Hey everyone, it's Josh in editing. Real quick before this episode starts, I wanted to say two things. First, I wanted to apologize for my audio in advance. We recorded this during the presidential debate, so there was some conversational murmur in the background because my roommate was watching the debate at the time of recording. And I also wanted to let you know that there's going to be some bonus content at the end of the episode. So stick around after the episode's over to hear us being dumb, being boys, and just talking to each other. And in the meantime, enjoy this episode on Spooky by Lush and The Devil All the Time. Enjoy.
What's up, pimps? Welcome back to a new episode of One for the Other podcast. We're talking about shit. What are we talking about? Josh, tell them what the fuck we're talking about, dude.
Well, if you clits will remember, we talking about movies, we talking about music, we talk about both. We're gonna say some more to talk about later in an endless cycle that we repeat until the sweet release of death.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I had the record this week, and I went with an album for a genre that I haven't really listened to. The genre being shoegaze, and after watching a video by YouTuber Trash Theory, I decided to go with Spooky by Lush. So, Lane, what did you think?
So my immediate thought when listening to this record is this is the Cocteau Twins. This is Heaven or Las Vegas. It sounds exactly like it with the guitars and the chorus pedals on every song and the bass lines and the really like drenched in reverb vocals with like really pretty harmonies on it. And it's not like a terrible thing, but as I was researching, one of the members of Cocteau Twins actually produced this record. So that actually changed a lot of what I had to say. I was like, oh shit, well, he kind of had a direct impact most likely on the sounds and how they achieve those sounds. And yeah, I don't know. It's like fucking good. It's a really solid dream pop shoegaze kind of experience, I'd say it's damn close to Heaven or Las Vegas, and Heaven or Las Vegas is one of my favorite records of all time. So having another one of those, not a bad thing. What do you think?
I really didn't expect you to say that. I thought you'd be like way more critical of it. And before I say anything, is it Cocteau or Cocteau?
I think it's Cocteau because they're Scottish.
Oh, well, that's fucked up. I I thought this album sounded good, and then like I don't know, I feel like all the songs sound so similar.
They do.
Like we were talking that I don't have any notes beforehand because I felt like I was listening to the same song on repeat. Like I never could differentiate between the tracks, and I listened to this record a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I got spit in my mouth. But like I have well, I guess I didn't listen to it then, but I was listening to it like over and over, and like before we recorded, I even tried to preview, and after two songs, I was like, no, I can't. Like they all just kind of sound the same, and the sound's not necessarily bad, but I'm like, I don't want to listen to this. Like it's great for background music.
Mm-hmm.
Some fucking good ass homework music, just some nice like dream pop shit, some like ethereal things, but like it's I don't know, like just I don't. If you put the first song on repeat and just played that for me, I would not even know.
Yeah, I do agree to an extent. I think that the listening experience I had with this record is definitely similar to that of In Decay, the record we listened to last week, in that it's definitely background noise. It's definitely shit you put on while you're playing video games or you're doing homework or you're editing a podcast, thing like that. But
Who does that lame shit?
I don't know, fucking losers, dude. But I will say two tracks actually really stood out to me and are my favorite tracks on the record. One being Super Blast, the 7th track, and the 11th track, Laura. They had more of a kind of a post-punk Sonic Youth kind of vibe to them, combined with the sound of the whole Cocteau Twins thing, and Like, I love those tracks. I think that it's really danceable and it's really catchy. And I think if the whole record sounded like that, it'd easily be one of my favorite dream pop records, probably.
Huh. I mean, I just took a listen to those while you were speaking and ignored you. I didn't, but I did listen to them. Just took a real quick, and they do definitely sound different. But like, I guess I just didn't even notice them. I think the comparison to In Decay, I think, is kind of fair, where it definitely goes into the background. But I still think I feel like In Decay did more to like change up the sound and like. There were different like parts of the record I could note. Like I mentioned that he kind of moves in phases through different sounds of electronic.
Yeah.
And they just don't do this. And I mean, like, you can't really do that as much. Electronic is much wider of a genre than shoegaze or dream pop. So like they don't have that ability to really move around as much without going into like experimental territory or heading into post-punk stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And another thing I did want to talk about while I was doing some quick research before we started recording was the fact that this record came out in 1992, and two of the biggest dream pop shoegaze records came out a couple years before. Loveless by My Bloody Valentine, the like standard shoegaze record that everyone talks about, came out in 1991, and Heaven or Las Vegas, the record I keep talking about, came out in 1990. So the fact that this sounds like it does is kind of lame, I guess, because I actually thought Loveless and Heaven or Las Vegas came out after this came out. So I thought this was like the start. Like I thought this was the standard and the inspiration for those records, but it's actually the opposite. Loveless and Heaven or Las Vegas is the definite inspiration for this record. So I think the context in which this record comes out is actually really important to criticizing this record. I think it's like really solid, and it's really well produced, and it's, I don't know, but it just sounds too similar, and Loveless does so much crazier shit than this record, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
And like even, I mean, this is this band's second record, their sophomore album, and their first one came out like 1990. So I think it's like, you know, they definitely still took inspiration, maybe not like just straight ripped them, but like, I mean, shit, you come on.
Yeah, you can definitely hear it. You can hear it, the inspiration
Yeah.
from him.
It just, I mean, it just feels like a group of people who get together and like get high and then make this shit, and then everyone around them is also high and is like, that sounded really good. Or even if not, they're just like, that sounds good, and then they just put it out, and like they just don't, there's not enough, like, it's not enough.
There's not enough originality, I don't think, for it to be like as groundbreaking as Loveless was. I still think this is a good record just because it's Heaven or Las Vegas too, you know, and I love that record.
Yeah.
So I like this record. But the fact that, like I said, the context definitely makes it suck a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, it's a good record, but it's nothing you really need to listen to that much.
Yeah, just listen to Heaven or Las Vegas. Like, if you're a adamant fan of dream pop, listen to this record. You'll like it. But if you're getting into something like this, then listen to the other two we keep mentioning.
Yeah. That's, I mean, like I said, I have nothing, just 'cause
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I had enough to go on. I was just like, okay, here's this sound, and then the album loop? Sure, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. It's background noise.
It's just
that's all it is.
background noise. Or you could put on a podcast, like maybe one about movies and music. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Fucking idiots. Fucking stupid dream pop band. Just put out a freaking movie and music podcast that everyone listens to.
Yeah, come on, Lush. Why weren't you putting out a podcast in 1992?
Fucking idiots.
Come on. You had microphones. You had recording equipment.
Why don't you talk into a microphone until you want to fucking... I don't want to say anything.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
No, I don't want to. This record
Please?
is okay. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10.
I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10.
Fair enough.
Coo. Where are we thinking on the tier list?
There's so many in C, but I think it goes in C. Unless we bump one down to D.
We could.
We could do...
Is there anything that you think deserves D?
I mean, I do, but we have... C is our polarizing... It's like, I really liked it, and you didn't like it, or you really liked it, and I didn't like it.
Or it's just like middle of the road.
Yeah, very middle of the road. I would say either Cold War Kids or Joy Wave. I don't know. Or Bubblegum. I didn't like Bubblegum that much.
Yeah, I know. I get it. You hate my music.
But I can't put Velvet Underground in D. That would be terrible.
How did you know that's what I was staring at?
Because I keep thinking about it too, and it's like we both didn't really like it, but fuck.
Maybe we just leave nothing. Maybe we just leave it in C.
All right, we'll just put it in C. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Like we're ever revisiting this shit.
Sorry, I had to clear my throat of the demons inside.
The demons?
Or
from the devil?
Or the devil all the time inside me. Yeah, I had the movie this week.
What a stellar transition.
Yeah, I know. I had I almost said the devil this week. I almost had... No, oh my God, I'm stroking out, dude. Holy shit.
The devil is in you.
Excuse me.
He's giving you that good.
That sloppy.
I need that sloppy.
That sloppy. I had the responsibility of picking the film for this week, and I picked a brand new one that everyone and their gosh darn mother's talking about. The Devil All the Time. It's a Netflix movie. It's got Spider-Man, Spider-Boy. It's got It movie and Twilight in it. So you know it's gonna be good. But what'd you think, Joshua?
I enjoyed this movie. It's funny because I have only a couple notes written, but I have like things I knew I wanted to say. And I had things to say. I don't know what they were, but I generally enjoyed the movie. What about you, boy?
Yeah, I totally did too. My mom actually came up this weekend, and we both watched it, and she fucking hated it because of how violent and fucking dark it is. But I actually really liked how... Okay, spoiler alert. This is an actual spoiler alert because this is a new movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everyone in this movie gets shot in the fucking face by
Except for
Spider-Man.
Twink.
Well, Spider-Man does the shooting. He kills them all.
He
Well,
does most
kind
the
of.
shooting.
Well, and the little couple doing weird shit. But yeah, I really enjoyed the performances, especially in this movie. I think Tom Holland, Bill Skarsgård, and Robert Pattinson, the three I keep mentioning, I think they actually did a very, very good job portraying these, fucking hicks from Ohio, even though they're English. Are they all English? I don't think Bill is. Where's Bill
Is
from?
Robert Pattinson English?
Yeah, Robert Pattinson's English. He's from London.
Oh,
Actually looked
fuck.
it up. So I was like, that's not as... Like, he's not American, is he? And yeah, he's not. Bill Skarsgård is Swedish. So yeah, the fact that they all had like really great control over their accents and really convincing performances, it kept me involved and interested in in the plot of the movie and the overall. I don't know if there's a message really. I mean,
Religion is bad.
yeah, religion, bad, corruption in small towns. There's themes of family and tragedy and family and everything.
Yeah. I think the message is actually something I enjoyed because it kind of I mean, it aligns with how I think, so that
Yeah,
helps a lot.
definitely.
But just the idea of like, not necessarily religion is bad, but like organized religion leads to corruption,
Yeah.
and like how religious things can be like so destructive,
Mm-hmm.
which isn't necessarily a new thought, but that's kind of how I think, and I don't really love organized religion. I think
Yeah.
that it definitely causes a lot of power issues and indoctrination stuff, but which is something they all tackle. So I like that. Speaking of performances, I mean, you talked about you liked Robert Pattinson. I thought his acting was good. His accent was the thing I didn't necessarily love.
Oh,
It didn't
really?
take me out.
Yeah.
It was just like weird, and I think I was definitely able to like get used to it. But just because it's so different from like everyone else has this like lower, these like that real drawl, and he's a bit higher. He kind of talks with the front of his mouth a lot. So even though it's still the same region, it's very much different, like dialect.
Yeah. Well, I
and
think
it's-
in the movie his character comes from Louisiana.
Yeah, no, he's a totally different thing. Like it
Yeah.
makes sense. I just didn't love how it sounds. Like it
Yeah.
was good, but
Yeah, I get what you're saying too. I was thinking about this and like while I was watching it and that first scene with the chicken livers or whatever, his little monologue he has. It's the shape of his voice of his face and his mouth and how big his mouth is and just to have that really tinny voice coming out of it, it's really strange, and it takes some time to get used to. And I love the decision he made to actually have that accent, because I think it adds to the character. He's really shady, he's really fake, he's really hoity-toity, he's really manipulative, and yeah, I liked it a lot. It gave me There Will Be Blood vibes with what's his name? I know his name too. It's the guy from
Green Day,
yeah, it's Green Day. No, what's the guy's name from Swiss Army Man?
Daniel Radcliffe,
Paul Dane, Don,
Paul
Paul
Bunyan.
Dano, Paul Dano.
Paul Bunyan.
Yeah, I definitely got that vibe from Robert Pattinson. I drew a lot of parallels from There Will Be Blood to this movie, and I freaking love There Will Be Blood. It's a great movie. And I think this did a good job of capturing that small town religious atmosphere.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie, so I can't really comment.
You haven't seen it? Oh fuck! Well,
I
know
haven't
what we're
seen
watching.
anything.
I know
That's
what
why
we're
we
watching
started
next
this.
week. I know what we're watching next week, or the week after next week.
Something I also wanted to bring up was the premise, maybe, or just the way it's written, minus the narration, feels very Tarantino. It's very much cool. It very much feels like a Tarantino, especially with the violence and kind of the way that it like you said, it ends with like pretty much everyone being fucking dead. So it definitely felt like that, but it still felt like it had its own identity. I
Yeah.
would be interested to see a cut of it if it was cut in like a Pulp Fiction style, following each character separately.
Yeah.
Because you can kind of see like comparisons to that as well, of following these different characters that all interconnect at one point.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely
so
got that vibe too. Just like because it kind of did that, but it didn't really explicitly state that like Pulp Fiction does.
Yeah.
But it would go from the couple to Arvin to Roy and his what was his wife's name? Helen. That scene where he fucking kills his wife with the screwdriver, I was
Oh shit!
fucking dying, dude.
I
That was
loved-
hilarious.
I loved him. He was
He was great.
maybe just because he was pretty, but I liked him.
He was
I want to
good.
give him a kiss.
Mwah.
But yeah, I would be interested to see a cut. Like I don't think it was cut bad at all. I thought it's kept the tension up really well, and like you were able to still kind of anticipate things, but not know things were coming up, and it was interesting to see how they connected. But Yeah, I would definitely be interested to see a cut that follows each character kind of from beginning to end and then goes to the
Hmm.
next.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know.
I'll say something then.
Do it.
Well, I'll ask you. What did you think of the narration?
I loved it. I think it served the purpose really well. It kind of was like, I don't know, maybe it was the guy's voice. I really like the guy's voice. And I actually found out after the movie that the narrator is the guy who wrote the book that this is based off of.
Yeah.
So I really like that. And I don't think it was distracting in any way, and I think it actually guided the film in such a way that it didn't make it confusing for your first watch. But it does help to watch this movie a couple times to kind of grasp, because there's a lot of shit that happens
Yeah.
all over the place. Um, but yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's great.
See, I thought it was done well, and I don't think it hindered the film necessarily too much, but I also felt that maybe it's just from being adapted into a book, but I felt like it wasn't necessary, or I felt like it was necessary, but the script as a whole could have been rewritten to make it not necessary. It's kind of explaining things, and it's like,
Yeah.
the best writing, you don't want to just like say that
Yeah.
stuff. So it's kind of like a crutch that they fall on, and I think it's very strong overall. So it's not necessarily, like you said, it's not distracting. It doesn't take away from anything, but I think that it's just kind of like, it's like, oh man, how do we show that this guy is like thinking about, how do we show that Arvin thinks about Willard every time he sees the cross or whatever or something? It's like, well, why don't we just say it?
Yeah.
And you're
That
like,
yeah, I get that vibe. Like at the end where he's like at the very end where he kills everybody and he's hitchhiking with that hippie, and it kind of explains what he's thinking about. He's thinking about Vietnam, he's thinking about his dad, he's thinking about this, he's thinking about that. I can see that, but I think if it was any other dude's voice,
oh yeah,
I wouldn't have liked it. I probably would have hated it, but I think that helps a lot. The tone of voice and the timbre of it.
yeah.
It fits.
And I mean, having the guy who wrote it definitely helps because you can tell he's like comfortable with it, and like
Yeah.
he knows what he needs to say and like what each line is trying to say since he wrote it, so that helps. But I
Yeah.
think I wrote this at the very beginning just because it's like, all right, exposition dump, and you're like, ah, there are better ways to explore this without just telling us.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And it might have been one of those things where maybe the movie was like 3.5 hours fucking long because there's so much stuff they try to go through,
Could be.
and they tried to compensate with the narration or something. I don't know.
Could be just like that the writer of the book was insistent on it, they're
Yeah.
adapting it and he's involved in the project as like way more than most, adaptations are. So could be just him like wanting to put that information in. Like I said, not super a hindrance, just it could have been better without.
Yeah.
But like you said, it also could have been very long.
Yeah. And I don't know why I just thought of this, but I would like to talk about the pacing of the movie. I think the beginning is really, really strong. The whole arc with, what the fuck is his name? Willard and his wife, and how they met, and they have Arvin, and then, all that shit goes down. I think that's really strong. I think the, first little arc with Roy and his brother and all that, I think that's really strong. I think where it kind of starts to lag is with the couple and the cop. I forget his name. Carl? No, that's the raper. I can't remember. But with the cop and he's like his sister, I think it was interesting, but I think it definitely lags there. Like not a lot really substantial happens in terms of Arvin's arc, which I think is really the main arc they should be exploring throughout the whole thing. But they definitely it takes a back seat to this new one that they introduce like halfway or 3/4 of the way through the movie, and you're like, what? Why are we here? There's shit happening over there. So I think that definitely hurt it a little bit. But the way they tied it all together at the end, where he's chasing Arvin and he kills his sister, I think that actually worked really well. I just don't think that those scenes between the cop and his sister were really necessary.
Yeah, I thought that too. I thought that the introduction of the couple so early was a little bit off. I feel like they could have brought that in later, and I mean that would be something that would be happening in a Tarantino cut. But yeah, it definitely was like I feel like you could cut out a lot of the cop's arc and just kind of like barely explain it. Like all of his shady dealings and him like killing the guy that
Oh
runs
yeah,
the
like
town
that whole
from the
thing. Yeah.
shadows.
Yeah, that was stupid. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I mean Bobo's a funny enough character.
I mean, his name is Bobo, for God's sake.
His name Bobo and he be cooking.
He be cooking, boy, and he's not looking behind him. He's not making any eye contact with the man about to shoot him.
No way.
Forget what he was talking about, but it was really funny.
I mean, half the time they're like, "Is this the gun?" Yeah. Can't trace the bullets? Yeah. Bang.
Okay.
You think he died and was like, I should have seen that coming.
Damn, why didn't I just like turn around to talk to him about which comes first, the sauce or the loss?
Chicken.
Chicken. I don't know. Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
But yeah, no, that would be funny. He's like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, no, I see why he was saying that now.
I see why he's so intrigued with that gun.
Interesting. One other thing I noticed, and this is kind of speculation, but
Yeah.
that first diner scene where Willard meets his wife, I'm pretty sure that set is the same as the one used in season 2 of The Umbrella Academy.
Oh, really?
90%, and they're both Netflix. So I'm like, because they're both set in like this. I guess his is set like 40s ish, but like it's very much like that old timey diner hick vibe, and it's like I'm pretty sure I've seen that.
Cutting costs, huh?
Come
Fucking
on, Netflix.
Pedophile,
Come on, what?
fucking
Can't
bastards.
fucking what? You saying you can't get people to work on things in a pandemic? Bullshit.
Hey,
Listen,
this fun fact. This came out on 9/11.
Nice. In select theaters.
Oh, in select theaters and digitally on Netflix on September
And
16th,
5
2020. It
days
received
later.
mixed reviews from critics. Mixed reviews, really?
Yeah.
Well, what is our review?
I don't know. I guess since you went first last time, I should start. I'm gonna give this movie an 8 out of 10.
Me too.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's good. Go watch it. It's like a good time. It's not high art or anything, but it's good. It's fun.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely really good and like something I would show people. It's like, have you seen that? No, you should. Well, let's go watch it.
Yeah, totally.
If you're on it kind of has that Western kick. If you Western or a Tarantino kick, check it out. It's good shit. And Tom Holland's fucking beautiful.
Twink. Yeah, man.
He's a goddamn pretty man.
He is. Let's see
Well,
here.
On the tier list, this is gonna be an issue.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a tissue.
Noticia.
Not this.
Noticia. I think we put it in B tier.
I think so. You want to just leave it in? Oh wait, do we have already 6 in B? Oh,
Do we move clowns?
I don't know. I really liked Clowns.
I
You
like
wanna move
Clowns, too.
Drive?
Yeah, let's move Drive.
Okay.
Yeah. Drive is like good, but I don't remember fucking anything from it.
I'm slowly remembering it less.
Yeah.
Definitely top of C. But,
Yeah. Yeah, we'll keep it there.
Well, I mean, obviously below Green Room, obviously.
Obviously. Green Room should be S plus tier.
Honestly, let's just put Green Room up in S real quick.
let's put Green Room and fuck you Seth Rogen tier.
Wasn't that bad.
It was not bad.
Okay. Well, that's it for this week.
What about next week?
So,
But what?
next
But
week-
Josh, what about next week where we recommend a music and a movie one for the other?
What are you talking about, dude? I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, I don't know. You're talking some
What?
weird shit, dude. We're done.
Are we doing something new? It's not a special episode.
Yeah,
it?
this is a
This
special
22?
episode. This is a special episode. I'm recommending. Okay,
Okay.
we have to do a Radiohead record. We have to.
Okay.
But I'm not doing OK Computer because that's fucking boring. I'm not doing In Rainbows because I love that record and I think you've listened to it.
I think I own it on vinyl.
Yeah, I think you do too. We're gonna listen to Kid fucking A, dude.
Kid fucking A.
Ah, this record's so good. It's so good. Make you cry like a little bitch, baby. Have you listened to this record?
No, I started to listen to OK Computer a bit, but it's also on my playlist of 950 songs, so I don't get to it too much. It's also hard to listen to a need to listen to playlist when you have an album a week to listen to, so
Yeah.
that playlist has been stunted.
Get fucked.
But yeah, this should be fun. I'm excited.
Yeah, man. It's a good one.
Cool.
What are we watching?
For the movie, we are going to do, I think this is our first revisiting of an artist. So, this film was written by someone who we've already seen a film who they wrote. And I was considering doing two of their works. One that was that's kind of considered their magnum opus and came out a while ago, I think in the 90s. And then this one, which just came out, and I was just kind of wanted to check this out because it's kind of been on my, I saw it and I was like, I kind of want to watch that anyways. So we're going to watch I'm Thinking of Ending Things, written and directed by Charlie Kaufman.
Aha. I didn't
Also
know that was
based on a
him.
novel. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, because that
So-
just came out too, right?
Yeah, this came out on Netflix on September 4th.
Fuck
so
yeah. Cool. New
Yeah.
movies, boy.
watching some new shit. So again, it will be a real spoiler warning. But yeah, I was considering this or Eternal Sunshine, which
Yeah.
I know a lot of people like, but I was like, this film has piqued my curiosity, and if I didn't suggest it, I'd probably end up watching it on my own anyways, which is
Yeah.
a fucking rare occurrence. So
Definitely. Cool,
Yeah.
man. This is going to be a good one. We're going to be crying like little babies.
I'm gonna be crying. I watched the trailer for it, and I was like, that looks great.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things. I had no idea it was Charlie Kaufman. I would have watched it already if I knew that.
Well, good thing you fucking didn't, shit boy.
Side note also about Kid A, it just turned 20 years old yesterday.
Wow.
What the fuck? I feel like that's happened before.
Wrong timeline, dude.
Jeez, no, good timeline. Why is my time? I didn't know that. I'm looking at
jumped
this
over.
article. It's called Talking Heads Gone Bleep Techno. And I hate that fucking title, but it says Kid A turns 20. So happy
Wow.
birthday. You can almost drink, just like us.
Just like
close.
us. God damn it. Fuck. I actually saw a TikTok about this movie the other day, and it was every film student's dream. And some guy was like, have you seen I'm Thinking of Ending Things? And then the other guy's like, no. It's by Charlie Kaufman. It's like, you know the guy's name? It's fucking funny.
Comedy. TikTok.
Anyways, thanks for listening this week and sticking with it. You are truly pimps, and make sure to continue your pimpage. You should follow our Instagram at onefortheother.podcast and subscribe and like and give a comment of what you thought of the movies and the records, whatever your thoughts. You can disagree, that's fine, we're wrong. And send us an email, onefortheotherpodcast@gmail.com. Send us whatever you want, suggestions, dick pics, website ideas, some macaroni art you made in 6th grade, even though it was for your art class for 3rd graders. We'll take it.
Or tit pics. Or kid pics.
Send us your kid pics
Not-
creations.
Yeah, okay. That sounds really bad. Not pictures, not kid pictures. Kid Pics, the application that you use in the computer lab in 2nd grade.
Send us a screenshot of a Google image search for just kids, please. That's
God.
it. I just want to see stock photos of kids.
We're on a list!
Just want to see them happy little kids.
I'm
Like
leaving.
kids. You're not even. You're staying right fucking here. Okay, so go listen to Talking Head Techno Bleep and go watch Charlie Kaufman, I'm thinking of ending things, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Dude, I'm so wheezy. There's a fucking fire in Medicine Bow National Forest, which is like 30, 40 miles from Laramie. And holy fuck, it bad. There was ash falling from the fucking sky onto my car when I was at work the other day.
Damn.
It's fucking sick.
It's fucked up.
Fucked up, mate. Hey, man, that's pretty fucked up,
Fucked
man.
up, man.
Fucked up. Hey, man.
Re-elect Cory Gardner. Fuck no.
Get that bitch out of here.
Fuck out of here with your shitty ass political ad.
Get the fuck.
Eat my fuck.
Consume fuck.
One fuck, please. Rare.
Alright, I'm freeballing it again. It's not bad. I'll take it.
I can't remember if it was an Onion article or a Hard Times or whatever, but I saw a fucking headline that said it was like opinion, or I don't remember if it's opinion or whatever, but it was like, no one wants to listen to your 90-minute podcast.
They're not wrong. There are very few podcasts that I will listen to for 90 minutes.
Yeah, I pretty much only listen to like 3 podcasts anyways, so.
Me too. Alrighty.
And one of them has over 600 episodes, so I don't think I'll be finishing anytime soon.
Yeah, I'm still listening to My Brother and Me, and I'm on like episode 50 or something.
Oh, I should listen to that. No, I'm listening to still listening to Rooster Teeth. I'm at like 370 or so, but
damn.
Yeah, unfind a point.
Unfind.
They call me unfind.
They call me.
I'm gonna say probably not.
Ow, my ears. Fuck you, fucking shoegaze ass bitch.
ADDB to the dome. Oh, well, fuck. Is it always that brown? I will fucking remember the cover being way more like black. Yeah, it's like different on my phone.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying now. That's weird. It's like brown green.
It's fucked up.
Oh, God. There are shoes I have to gaze at.
You must.
More like shoe gay.
Oh, I like shoe gay.
Shoe gay.
One more release? Spooky? Okay. I guess there's 2 different... How are they different?
Or the fucking record cover is different. It's so weird.
Be great if you did something to indicate which one was which. Lush. Fucking appreciate it.
0 out of 10. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.